What's up, Patriots Nation? This is your guy coming at you with a story that's gonna absolutely blow your mind. We are 7 days away from Super Bowl LX, and let me tell you, the drama, the storylines, the pure electricity in the air is something we haven't felt in Foxborough since that magical run back in 2019. But here's where it gets absolutely wild, folks. The man standing on the opposite sideline, the guy who's supposed to be scheming up ways to stop our boys, Seattle Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald just dropped a bombshell that has every member of Patriots Nation from Gillette Stadium to the bars in Southie absolutely losing their minds. Mike Macdonald, born right here in Boston, raised in Scituate, Massachusetts, admitted during Super Bowl opening night that he grew up as one of us. That's right, the enemy coach is a card-carrying member of Patriots Nation. When asked about facing his childhood team, Macdonald said, and I quote, "I've got a lot of respect for the people in New England. They're great fans, really passionate about their team. I was one of them one day, back in the day." Can you believe that? This isn't some generic respect for the opponent nonsense. This is real. This is a kid who grew up watching Bledsoe, who celebrated Brady's first Super Bowl, who probably owns a dusty Drew Bledsoe jersey in his parents' attic somewhere. He's got family still living in Scituate and New Bedford, deep Massachusetts roots that run through his blood. Now, before you get it twisted, Macdonald isn't going soft on us. This dude has evolved, as he puts it. He even joked that his childhood dream was to be the general manager of the Red Sox, but now he's all in on the Mariners. Talk about a betrayal, right? But listen, that's what makes this Super Bowl so special. It's personal. It's a Boston kid who made it to the pinnacle of coaching, going head-to-head against the franchise that shaped his love for football. And let me tell you something, Macdonald isn't just some flash-in-the-pan coach. At 38 years old, he's already got a 24-10 record with Seattle over 2 seasons, and he's brought that Legion of Boom mentality back to the Pacific Northwest. His defense allowed the fewest points in the NFL this season, at just 17.2 per game. They were 6th in takeaways and yards allowed. The guy's legit, and his defensive players are trying to live up to that championship standard set by the original Legion of Boom. But here's the thing, and this is why I love being a Patriots fan. We've got Mike Vrabel on our sideline. The same Mike Vrabel who won 3 Super Bowl rings as a player right here in New England in Super Bowls 36, 38, and 39. The same Mike Vrabel who has absolutely masterfully orchestrated this magical season, taking a team that went 4-13 last year and turning them into Super Bowl contenders. Robert Kraft didn't just hire a coach, he hired a leader, a motivator, a guy who understands what it means to wear that flying Elvis on your chest. Vrabel is a lock for his 2nd NFL Coach of the Year award, and it's not even close. The man has done more with less than anyone in this league, and he's got this roster believing in something bigger than themselves. He can become the first head coach to win 18 games, including playoffs, in his first season with a team. So yeah, Macdonald might know our culture from the inside out. He might understand what makes Patriots Nation tick, the chants at Gillette, the passion in every Boston sports bar, the way we live and breathe this team. But what he's about to find out is that you can't replicate the heart, the grit, the absolute refusal to quit that Vrabel has instilled in this team. This isn't the same Patriots team Macdonald grew up watching. This is a new era, a new identity, but with that same championship DNA running through its veins. The narrative writes itself, people. Hometown kid turned rival coach versus the legendary warrior who bleeds red, white, and blue. If you're not fired up for Sunday night, check your pulse. This is going to be an absolute war in Santa Clara. And listen, if you want to stay locked in with the best Patriots coverage leading up to Super Bowl Sunday, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now. We're bringing you insider analysis, breaking news, and that pure passion that only real Patriots fans understand. Don't miss a single second of this historic run. Let's go. The talking heads at ESPN can pick Seattle all they want. All 11 of those analysts think the Seahawks are going to walk away with the Lombardi Trophy. Vegas has Seattle favored. The so-called experts have written us off. But they're forgetting something crucial. They're forgetting that Boston teams thrive when nobody believes in them. They're forgetting that this roster has been disrespected all season long. People said our path was too easy. They said we didn't deserve to be here. Well, guess what? We're here, and we're not leaving Santa Clara without that 7th ring. This isn't more than a football game. This is a statement. This is about proving that the Patriots dynasty isn't dead. It's just getting started all over again with a new generation of warriors ready to etch their names into history. Mike Macdonald might love his hometown, but on Sunday he's going to learn you can never truly leave Patriots Nation behind. All right, Patriots Nation, let's talk about something that should have every single one of you fired up right now. If you've been watching ESPN, reading the national media, or listening to any of these so-called experts, you'd think the New England Patriots don't even belong on the same field as the Seattle Seahawks come Sunday night. The disrespect is real, folks, and it's everywhere. All 11 ESPN analysts picked the Seahawks to win Super Bowl LX. Not 10, not 9, all 11. Vegas has Seattle as the favorites. The national narrative is that the Patriots' path was too easy, that we haven't been tested, that Drake Maye and this offense are going to crumble against Seattle's elite defense. Well, let me tell you something. If you know Mike Vrabel, if you understand what makes this man tick, you know that this is exactly, and I mean exactly, where he wants his team. Mike Vrabel is a master psychologist. He's not just drawing up X's and O's, he's building warriors, and he's using every single piece of doubt, every dismissive comment, every smug prediction as fuel for his players. During his press conference this week, when asked about being underdogs, Vrabel gave that classic 3-word response that tells you everything you need to know about his mindset. Someone has to be. That's it. No whining, no complaining, no making excuses. Just pure acceptance and a subtle reminder that being the underdog is part of the American identity. Vrabel went on to say that most Americans identify more as underdogs than favorites, and that's who his team represents, the 80%, not the elite 10%. This is blue-collar football at its finest, and it's beautiful. If this feels familiar, it should. Let me take you back to 2001. The New England Patriots, led by a second-year quarterback named Tom Brady, were massive underdogs against the St. Louis Rams, the so-called greatest show on turf. Nobody gave us a chance. The Rams were supposed to run us out of the Superdome. But what happened? We shocked the world. We played with heart, grit, and an unshakable belief that we belonged. That's the DNA Vrabel is tapping into right now. Devin McCourty, who knows a thing or two about winning championships in New England, pointed out that Vrabel has built this team with a specific identity, violence on defense, and pure motivation. He even mentioned how Mac Hollins walked into the AFC Championship game carrying water bottles like he was ready for a street fight, channeling that Warriors energy. This team doesn't just play football, they're on a mission. The players are eating this up, man. Safety Jalen Hawkins made it crystal clear that while the underdog narrative is just noise, it's definitely adding fuel to the fire. Wide receiver Kayshon Boutte straight up admitted he loves being the underdog because there's nothing better than surprising people and proving doubters wrong. This locker room is unified, hungry, and absolutely locked in. And at the center of it all is Vrabel, playing it cool on the surface, but secretly sharpening every edge, every chip on his players' shoulders. Remember, this is the same guy who led the Tennessee Titans into Foxborough back in the 2019 wildcard round and knocked Tom Brady and the Patriots out of the playoffs. Vrabel knows how to ruin a favorite's day, and he's about to do it again. Here's what the so-called experts don't understand. They think this Patriots team is lucky. They think our schedule was soft. They think we haven't faced adversity. But let me run down what we've accomplished this season. We went from 4-13 last year to 17-3 this year. We beat the Houston Texans, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Denver Broncos in the playoffs, all teams with elite defenses. Drake Maye has been dealing with pressure, making clutch plays with his arm and his legs, and showing the poise of a 10-year veteran. Our defense has been flying around, forcing turnovers and playing with an attitude that screams championship football. We've earned everything we've gotten, and we're not done yet. The Seahawks might have the hype, they might have the analysts, they might have the Vegas odds, but we've got something they don't. We've got a coach who thrives in these moments. We've got a quarterback who's fearless. We've got a defense that's hungry. And most importantly, we've got Patriots Nation behind us, the most passionate, loyal, and knowledgeable fan base in all of sports. If you've been rocking with us all season, if you've been believing when nobody else did, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We're bringing you the truth, the passion, and the analysis you won't get anywhere else. This is our time. This is our moment. Let's make history together. Sunday night at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, the world is going to witness something special. The underdogs are going to bite back. The disrespected are going to demand respect. And Mike Vrabel is about to prove once again that championships aren't won by favorites. They're won by teams with heart, grit, and an unbreakable will. Seattle, you've been warned. Patriots Nation, get ready. Super Bowl number 7 is coming home to Foxborough. Patriots Nation, we need to talk about something that's been absolutely electrifying Foxborough and sending shockwaves through the entire NFL. Drake Maye isn't just a second-year quarterback trying to find his way. He's not just a promising young player with potential. Drake Maye is playing at an MVP level on the biggest stage in sports, leading the New England Patriots to Super Bowl LX. While other young quarterbacks are still trying to figure out how to read a basic niggle defense, Maye is out here carrying this team to 14 wins, securing a second-team All-Pro selection, and positioning himself to finish in the top 2 for NFL MVP voting. Let me say that again, top 2 for MVP in his second year. This isn't hype, this is reality, and it's spectacular. But here's the question everyone wants answered. How did we get here? How did this kid from North Carolina become the savior of Foxborough so quickly? Let me take you behind the scenes. It started long before he took his first snap this season. Mike Vrabel, while consulting in Cleveland last year, was already studying Maye's tape, already seeing the spark, the intelligence, the raw talent that separates good quarterbacks from great ones. That recognition was one of the main reasons Vrabel wanted the Patriots job. He knew he had a franchise quarterback in the making. Then you've got Josh McDaniels, our offensive coordinator, who came back to New England with one mission: to build an offense around Drake Maye's unique skill set. McDaniels has been around legendary quarterbacks. He's coached Tom Brady for years. He knows what elite looks like. And when he started working with Maye in the spring, he was absolutely blown away. McDaniels noted that Maye's football IQ is off the charts. The kid doesn't just learn plays, he understands the why behind every concept, every route combination, every protection scheme. McDaniels said Maye would skip levels 2 and 3 of play installations because he had already solved them in his head, jumping straight to level 4 and asking questions that left coaches stunned. We're talking about a processing speed that rivals the greats, a mental acuity that you simply cannot teach. This is what separates franchise quarterbacks from everyone else, and it's what makes Drake Maye so special. And it's not just the coaches who are in awe of this young man. The veterans are watching Drake Maye and seeing something extraordinary. Stefon Diggs, who's caught passes from some of the best quarterbacks in football, recalled a specific moment when he knew Drake Maye was the real deal. It was a touchdown pass to Kayshon Boutte in the corner of the end zone, where Maye put just the perfect touch on the ball. Not too hard, not too soft, but right in the bucket where only Boutte could catch it. Diggs said that throw convinced him that this kid has what it takes. He's called Maye's maturity unrivaled, and even admitted that the young quarterback is an inspiration to him. When a veteran like Stefon Diggs is taking cues from a second-year player, you know you've got something extraordinary on your hands. Now, let's talk about what we're going to see Sunday night against Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. The national media keeps hyping up Seattle's defense, and look, they're good. They allowed the fewest points in the NFL this season. Mike Macdonald has that unit playing with attitude and discipline. But here's what they're not telling you. Drake Maye has faced elite defenses all postseason long and has found ways to win. Sure, his passing stats in the playoffs haven't been MVP caliber. He's been inconsistent at times, throwing interceptions and making some mistakes. But you know what? He's also shown incredible resilience, scrambling for crucial first downs, using his legs to extend plays, and making clutch throws when the game is on the line. Against the Broncos in the AFC Championship, Maye rushed for 65 yards and a touchdown in a snowstorm, including a critical first down run late in the fourth quarter that sealed the game. That's not just talent, that's heart, that's guts, that's championship DNA coursing through this young man's veins. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel because after we bring home Super Bowl number 7, we're going to break down every single moment of Drake Maye's incredible performance. You don't want to miss the analysis, the highlights, and the pure celebration that's about to happen. Hit that subscribe button now and join Patriots Nation as we witness history. At just 23 years old, Drake Maye has the opportunity to become the youngest starting quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl, surpassing Ben Roethlisberger's record. He can become only the 5th quarterback in NFL history to win the championship in his first or second season, joining Tom Brady, Big Ben, Kurt Warner, and Russell Wilson. That's legendary company, folks. Mike Vrabel recognized Maye's accuracy and poise during training camp. Josh McDaniels saw his football genius in the film room. Stefon Diggs witnessed his maturity on the practice field. And now the entire world is about to see it on the grandest stage. This isn't just a quarterback. This is the beginning of a legend. This is the future of the New England Patriots. This is Drake Maye, and he's about to deliver Super Bowl number 7 to the greatest fan base in all of sports. Let's go, Patriots!